Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Nate, and welcome back to another episode of Nate Reviews. And today is gonna be a pretty special video that you guys have probably heard of, like this. See from the title of this video, because I'm reviewing Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, which is a brand new historical drama movie which just came out like last week, and I happened to have the chance to see that movie today, and I'm going to give you guys my own thoughts on the movie without spoilers, so by the end of this video, you guys will be really interested in what a fantastical movie that the Odyssey is. So without further ado, let's break down this movie, and this is a spoiler-free video, so there'll be no spoilers for the entire movie. And I'm ready to do this for you guys. So without further ado, let's get started. So as I mentioned before, The Odyssey is a new Christopher Nolan historical film, and this is his most ambitious movie, like besides like The Dark Knight and last year's Oppenheimer. But I gotta just say about give you some great things. So first off, The Odyssey is based off the legendary storyline by the Greek prophet Homer, not the Homer Simpson, guys, the prophet Homer from ancient times. Now, this movie talks about the returning journey of Odysseus after winning the Trojan War, and we get to follow his journeys, like an attempt to return home, like despite the challenges he and his men face. Now, I gotta give the amazing credit and the acting to actor Matt Damon, who leads this movie. Bro does great acting from the moment we were introduced to him, and I gotta say, the way he did, he given the sword fight training and the costume design is pretty great. Another standout performance is actress Anna Hathaway, and she does great acting, especially playing Odysseus' wife. And I have to say, the chemistry between these two and their on-screen time together is pretty great. There's so many great actors and stuff in the movie, so this is just more to come. So another standout goes for Tom Holland, who you know as Spider-Man, the MCU. He does a great acting as Odysseus' son, and he acts like those totally serious vibes, like almost like a serious Spider-Man here. I gotta appreciate how Tom Holland does. He does really great acting, even if it's just outside of Spider-Man. And lastly, another great standout performance, and along with the rest of the cast is actor Robert Pattinson. I forgot his name, but he's basically a rival to Odysseus, and he thinks he should be able to rule since Odysseus hasn't came back home for a while. And there's great conflict between him and Tom Holland's character, and it's just fantastic. These actors can do such great chemistry and screen time together. I really liked it. But let's go over some of the cool things I enjoyed about The Odyssey without spoiling. So first off, the movie is shot really impressively. Most is shot an IMAX screening. It does a visual feel you are part of that story. You are literally just embedded into this. And that's what I really like about The Odyssey so much. Another thing I enjoyed is the way they handled the visuals, and as well as the Trojan horse. I mean, man, I was blown away of they managed to film that, and also have the actors inside there. It's just pretty great of how they shot and filmed, especially that whole battle sequence, and especially counting different Greek monsters and stuff. It shows how Christopher Nolan can balance history and horror at the same time, and I think bro should do a horror movie one day. And I gotta appreciate of how much Christopher Nolan does with his the actors he does and he works with. Every movie he does is just a visual a blown away of how he does things. And I can pretty tell if when someone sees a Christopher Nolan, they're oh, that movie's gonna be so great, and it instantly becomes a really big hit. And what I really like is just how a movie manages to tell a good story when we're following different characters, and all the cast is fantastic from start to finish. And if you ask me if it's The Odyssey is a great movie to watch, I say yes. You'll totally be blown away by The Odyssey, and I think by the end of the day, you guys will be really impressed of how much you will be embodied in like seeing how Christopher Nolan does stuff like this. But yeah, that's all I gotta say for my spoiler-free review for the Odyssey. I know this is much of a short video, but I just want to keep it spoiler-free so you guys would be able to like watch it for yourselves if a couple friends or like right now in theaters. But yeah, that's it for my video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you give a like, subscribe, and let me down below on what are your thoughts on my video on the Odyssey, and would you rewatch it again? I know I certainly would. But yeah, that's all for today. I hope you all have a great day. Be safe and be good people.